Welcome back to the wedding show. This is Hope Roski. Well, do I have a treat for you? If you are looking for an amazing wedding photographer, I have one for you right here. Her name is Lizette Ybarra, and Lizette has a company. It's called Truly Yours Photography. And I know her work. She's done some great headshots for me, and I appreciate it, but she also does an amazing job with wedding photos. So, Lizette, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. Tell me, how did you get into photography?
So I've always loved it. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved photography. I got my first camera when I was 8, 9 years old. And then you kind of grow out of it, or you think it's not going to, turn into something. Right. And then my first daughter was born.
Uh-huh.
And I had her at a hospital where they advertised that they did baby photography.
Mm-hmm.
When I had her, they didn't.
Oh.
So I went home and I did my first pictures of her.
Oh, that's great. And then from there it blossomed.
Yeah,
and then it morphed into wedding pictures then, correct?
Into everything, from pets to real estate to quinces to parties, everything.
That's wonderful. And so that's great. So it's wedding, but it's quinceañeras, it's also engagement, it's birthdays, everything. So, hey, if you're looking for somebody who can do it all, here she is right here. So how long have you actually been a professional wedding photographer?
My first wedding was in 2014.
Okay.
And that was a solo wedding. I had done wedding pictures before, but I was like taken under somebody else's wing. And then one day, one of my friends asked me, and I said, yeah.
And then you started.
Yeah. And she loved it, and I loved the pictures, how they came out, and I loved it.
Now, everybody has a little bit of a flair and style. How would you describe yours?
I think more of a natural, and more of a natural look, I think. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I noticed too, there is a lot of great natural beauty, but there's also this creativity. Can we just pull up some of the pictures that that you brought in today? Because there's something, it's natural, but it feels artistic in its own way. So,
Thank you.
And as we look through, and we just keep looking through, like with some brides and grooms, like right there, if you could just pause that one. Tell me a little bit about how, because that veil just does so much. Tell me a little bit about that picture.
I don't pose them. I just let things flow as they come to me. So every event is going to get different pictures. I never do the same pose.
That's fascinating.
Like I go with the person, I go with what I feel, I go with how I'm feeling at that moment, and how I feel the couple, or how I feel, the bride or the groom. And, I try and be very playful with them and constantly joking. I've done for you. So
no, I know. She has a great sense of humor. And anytime you get stressed, you're always there to make everybody feel light and happy. So.
I definitely try and do that. I think that's my relaxer.
Right.
So
do you, like, once you go through taking the pictures, I know you have to go through an editing process. What is that like for you? I mean, what are some of the things that you're doing editing-wise? Because, some things may need more color here or there. How does that all unfold?
I do. I usually edit at night. I don't like to edit in the morning. I feel like the light during the day doesn't shine completely through. So at night, the colors just pop so vividly. Mm-hmm. So that's one of my techniques. And then I do use Photoshop a lot. I bring out the colors. If there's a scar that they want to be removed, then I obviously do that. If there's a hair that's sometimes in the face.
Oh, we all know about that one little hair.
Yes, I remove that, or just simple things.
So one of the things sometimes is people go through the wedding day, and I talked to the wedding planner about this earlier, is that things may not always go as you had planned or according to plan. What may have happened in your experience, and how were you able to make the best of it? Have you ever had one of those experiences before?
I have. So my camera failed on me one time.
Oh,
There
my
was
goodness.
a little button that was just not working properly. So thankfully, I was shooting with someone else that day, and he had an extra camera. And then I had my other extra camera too. So I usually keep 2 cameras.
That's a great idea. Always have that backup.
And now, because of that, I definitely carry it with me, my second camera. Because that day I was not even going to carry it because I'm like, oh, well, I'm with, so and so. So it's cool. Like, I'm not going to need my second camera. Oh, God. But yeah, right after Mass, I ran over to Horn Photo and just, here, help. Help me fix this. And he's just like, it's just this. Pop. And I'm like,
Done. So at least it's good to know that you always have a backup just in case.
Now I
which
do.
is good. Right. Lesson learned, right? So one of the things that we haven't talked about is how you go about creating that whole wedding experience for a couple. Do they meet with you, or how does that all unfold? Somebody gets in touch with you, and then how do you take it from there?
So I do really like to meet, and I usually send everybody, like, I tell them, go through my work, because all photographers have their own style, like you said earlier.
Right.
We all have our different styles, and sometimes I'm not what you're looking for, or I'm what you're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
So I do ask, like, go through my work, go through, so-and-so's work, go through all of their works. I want to make sure that you're going to be happy with my work, because what I show on my pictures is what you're going to get. So, but that's basically one thing. And then we do sit down together, because sometimes I don't always have time to put pictures online or anything. So I tend to not post a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try and make appointments and be like, hey, why don't we just meet? I show you what I've got and what you're looking for, and see if I'm a good fit.
And I think that's wonderful. There are more pictures that I would like to have the viewers take a look at as well. And if we could just keep going through those. Oh no, what does that say? Can we go back to that one? What did that say? It was like a
Nuestro aniversario, 50 años.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an anniversary, 50 years.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful celebration. Go ahead to the next one. Oh, that's breathtaking. Where was that taken?
That was in Idaho.
Oh my goodness. So you will travel.
I do.
Okay.
I've been to Idaho.
Viewers,
to
do you hear
Atlanta.
that? There you go. She travels.
I do.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I love that. Up on the balcony.
That
That's
was my
beautiful.
first wedding on my own.
Oh, that's great. And I like the black and whites because not everything has to be in color, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay, we'll come on back here and talk a little bit more with you about, once everything's done and people want to put together maybe a special album, how do they put together that special wedding album? I mean, yes, things are done online, but then there's also maybe Shutterfly or other ways people can put together memories. How do you do that for every couple?
So once the pictures are already sent to them, if they do want to do the photo album, then I just have them pick the pictures that they want. If there's a certain order, because I know some people are very precise about how they want their album, then they can give me the full order of how they want it, and I'll just create the album for them.
And she's very patient. This I know. This I know, because, I know.
We spent one whole day.
Yes, we did. But, and that's the beauty of knowing somebody who has patience and time and will do the work well. And I think and you are able to just capture the essence of moments, which I think is great. So people will ask, well, what type of packages do you offer? Do you do engagement and wedding? And how does that all work? What's the best way for people to find out that information?
I think the best way is just email me or get a hold of me through Messenger or through Instagram. Because I do have the packages available. I just don't put them on Facebook. It's just if people request them, then, I'll send them off to you. But before that, I do, like I said, really recommend to look at the pictures first and then go from there. Because I don't want to waste your time if I'm not what you're looking for, and I don't want you to waste my time either.
Right.
If you already know that my style isn't
Is not what you're
yeah.
not what you're looking for. So, to the people who are looking to get married, what would you say your best quality is about being a wedding photographer? What really stands out about you?
I'm easygoing. I think so. I'm really easy. If there's something that, let's just say I've already edited some of the pictures, and they don't like a certain color, or they don't like the black and whites, just let me know, and I'll switch them over. It's not a big deal.
And can you tell the viewers exactly how to get in touch with you, please?
So I do have a Facebook, Truly Yours Photography, and then I have my Instagram, Truly Yours Photography by LY.
Well, Lizette Ybarra, I thank you so much for coming. And look, I have to just show this beautiful quince picture here. It's so breathtaking.
The frames, I find them and I redo them.
That's okay. So now you have somebody who can also frame your pictures from your special day.
If they do get the largest package, then that's what I do.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I thank you so much for being here. And viewers, you're looking for a great wedding photographer, look up Lizette Ybarra. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.